to China. Could you comment on that and then perhaps make some
Yes.
concluding remarks about China, the China-US relationship, and how it fits in with Singapore and ASEAN?
What do the Chinese people and the Jewish people have in common? An identity which transcends thousands of years. And in fact, 1,000 years ago, if you ask which civilization had paper, the printing press, gunpowder, the sextant, ocean-going fleets, it was China. China missed out on the Industrial Revolution, and because of that, it went through 2 centuries of humiliation. It's not going to make that same mistake again. When China was strong and united in human history, it usually generated about 30% of global GDP. So there's no question about China's ambition and China's capacity. That's what it's aiming for. Now, the key challenge is that for the last 70 years, we've been used to a unipolar world, one tent pole, called the United States of America. The key question now is, what do you do with China? And not far behind from China, most people don't realize that the population of India is going to exceed that of China within the next few years. And then what's going to happen to Europe? So my sense is that we're actually moving to a multipolar world. And the question then is, how do we secure the peace in a multipolar world? And which is why I come back to this issue about trying to learn the right lesson from the story of the Jewish people, an incredibly blessed and talented people, but almost always in history a minority. And if you try to impose uniform identities and try to straitjacket everyone, you end up with wars and conflict. If we accept that we are all minorities, but we all want a better world, and we have mutual respect, and we protect minorities, and yet we still have a world where we can transact, we can engage, we can interact with peace and mutual respect, we can have a golden age. The strategy is more important than the economics, and certainly more important than military dimension. Because again, if you think about it, there's no reason for a 7th fleet unless you've got something to defend. And we are past the age of colonization. What we are now is in the age, the real benefits of globalization is when we reach the age of interdependence, when it is in our mutual interest to invest in each other, to have good relations, to build up trust, to build up collaboration. So we think it's a great pity because it's a missed opportunity to build an architecture, inclusive, fair, and open architecture, which we believe would have secured the peace and prosperity for both America and for Asia. That's the biggest loss. And Prime Minister Netanyahu indicated that Israel is also looking for avenues to engage and expand interactions on a larger stage, to get beyond the zero-sum games, the lack of trust.
With Singapore as a gateway?
Yes, into the rest of Asia. So that's what we're offering. You can come to Singapore, you would feel at home. The synagogues are there, they're functional, you can do everything that you want there. You can celebrate all the festivals, including the Passover and Yom Kippur. And you are also integrated into a multicultural, multiracial country, and you have access to the region.
As you know, AJC delegations have visited Singapore
Yes.
over the last decade, and we hope to visit again very soon.
Soon.
Yes.
Jews, I don't know how you got the title of being cheap. It's very offensive to Indian people. Chinese people, you are cheap like it's crazy. But it's about levels. Like if you were to rate like the top 3 cheap people in the world, Indians for sure number 1 on that list. Very, very close second, Chinese. And Jews will give you 3rd place, you know, just to keep you in the game. How about that, you know?